coffee and hit the road.
Coffee coming up.
Thank you. You must have been up all night.
I heard you.
Yeah.
You didn't sleep good?
No, I didn't sleep at all. A little nervous about the first day, I guess.
A little bit of jitters, huh? Just make you sharper.
That's what they say. I guess we'll find out. Thank you.
Why didn't you go to work with your dad's from?
I really want to help people who don't have a lot. And there's some other reasons.
What happened to that young man that came to visit you last summer?
He's working at my dad's firm.
Hey, time to get out. Already up and good. Great. Time to get out.
Already up.
Good. Everybody on their feet. Time to get out. Wake you up tomorrow. Come on, it's time to get up and get your feet up. Get down on the floor. Get your clothes on, okay? Wake you up tomorrow. Okay, you look good, son, but that's not gonna go. Nope. Okay. You got good muscles, son, but that's not gonna go.
Put your stuff down, go back, Bruce. Down right there. Hold your hands out, please. What is that?
What is what?
Hi, I thought I heard someone around here. Usually nobody gets in this early with me.
Thank you.
My name is Nia. You must be the new attorney.
Yeah, I'm Abigail. It's nice to meet you. You don't happen to know where my office is, do you?
I sure do. I can take you right to it.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Well, here's your office. Good luck on your first day.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good. You can get a key fob for your office from the secretary when she comes in.
Okay, great.
No, I'm not running late. I'm actually running early. On the new job, I don't have to be there at 8:30. The old job, I had to get there at 7, look at all the trial files for that day. I think I was in charge of a dozen lawyers over there. And I mean, I had to be on top of everything they're doing. Now I just drink my coffee and run in without running red lights.
You really think you're going to like the new job?
I think I'm going to love it. I mean, I get to go in, I get to do my job, I leave without carrying files, and for once I'm going to be on the job where I'm not responsible for any other lawyer. I'm only responsible for myself.
Sounds great.
You said I could take it back. all the foolish things I regret. If you said I could right the wrong, girl, you know that you're the only one who can forgive the past. Open up your heart and make it last. The penalty should fit the crime. Don't you think I've served my time? So give it to me, bring it on. It's been too long. I've spent 40 days in the desert. I've spent 40 nights alone. Late nights alone. Had a million moments to contemplate everything that I've done wrong. Apologize to the angels, cry to people I don't even know. And I just wanna know, baby, when can I come home? Yeah, come home. Oh yeah. From the day you said goodbye, baby, I've been out here on my own. Oh yeah. I wanna do it right this time, baby. So tell me, when can I come home? I spent 40 days in the desert, yeah. I'm at home, baby. Won't you take me home? Don't wanna be alone. No, no, baby, baby, yeah. Give it to me, bring it on, can't stop. I love this show, yeah. Never leave it, holding on, no, it's been too long. I spent 40 days in the desert, nights alone. I had a million moments to contemplate everything that I've done wrong.
Lawrence, are you ready to go now?
Yeah, but when did the chief public defender started walking the lonely trial lawyers out of the General Sessions Court?
Look, this morning I want to introduce you to somebody, a new lawyer. I want you to have a look at Kid Glove. She's as green as...
A shamrock?
You said it.
And who's going to break me in? I'm a new lawyer too. This is my first day.
Yeah, this might be your first day on this job, but you worked in our office before. Look, now you're an experienced attorney, and you worked with us about 10 years. As a matter of fact, you're starting in our office, and before you moved on to that big firm. But who's gonna help you? You should be helping most of the people in this office.
Wasn't how it's gonna be. Barely 17 and soon to be 18. Words echoing in the edges, just believing what the doctor might have said. You're looking, you got 7 months to live. I'll go home and tell you what it's been.
Abigail Adams, I want you to meet Lawrence Watson. Lawrence, this is Abigail Adams. This is her first day in the public defender's office and her first day in the court of law. Now, she'll be working with you in this division. You know, she's a graduate of Ole Miss, number 3 in her class. And according to her recommendations, she's very smart and very quick-witted. Abigail, this is Lawrence Watson, a very fine and distinguished attorney. Now, technically, this might be his first day on the job, but he's worked with us before. Now, this man knows everything about misdemeanors and public hearings that you can shake a stick at. And we're glad to have him here. We handled everything down here, from robberies to bad checks to murders and rapes. Lawrence, you know everyone down here. Why don't you introduce her to the court? Let's see, there's Hadley Fitzsimmons and Missy Norman, who are the permanent public defenders and misdemeanors. Look, I gotta run. Good luck. I know you do well.
Thank you, Cal. Thank you, Carol.
Okay.
Well, tell me a little bit about you. What do your folks do?
Well, my dad is a lawyer. He is a lawyer up in Jackson, Tennessee, which is where we're from. So he's a lawyer in one of the larger firms in the county.
And he couldn't get you on with this firm?
Oh, yeah, he could have in a heartbeat. But, you know, I really wanted to do something that was relevant, you know, something that was real. So.
Well, that could be a good career choice. I mean, today we're making every mistake, every error a craft.
Well, I'm hoping that this will be a good career choice, and I'm looking forward to working with you.
Abigail, this is the clerk's office. This is where you want to come if you want to get a client's case number or continuous date or anything like that. Well, how are you doing?
Nice.
Yeah, this is a new lawyer we're breaking in today. Her name is Abigail Adams, and this is Sheila Alexander.
Hey, Abigail, so nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
If you ever lose a client and you can't find out where he's supposed to be, she'll check. If he's in another division or another docket, it'll pop right up here.
All rise. Hear ye, hear ye. All with business before this Honorable General Sessions Court of Tennessee, give attention and you shall be heard. The Honorable Henry Gibson presiding. Be seated. No cell phones and no talking, please.
I'd like to introduce to the court a new lawyer. This is Abigail Adams. This is her first day in the practice of law as well as her first day in the Public Defender's Office. I'd like to get her sworn in to practice law in the General Sessions Court.
Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Tennessee to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
You are now free to practice law in all divisions of General Sessions Court in the state of Tennessee.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So what brings you back down here? I thought you were with a big law firm now.
Well, I just had to feed my kids on a regular basis and still go home at regular hours. So I want to do like doctors. You know, one specialty, come in, when the court's closed, I go home.
You'll get plenty of that here.
Okay, good to see you again, Hank. You too. Bye.
Are there any orders to be signed? Ms. Jackson, I believe you're first.
Your Honor, I believe Miss Lloyd is first.
Ms. Lloyd, are you down there?
Yes, I'm down here, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
I have an order for a mental evaluation on Frank Jones.
This continuation is for the 16th for Peterson.
Court's going to take a 5-minute recess.
These are the files that we get from the state. They give all the advice.
How are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Nice to see you. I heard you were coming back.
Yeah, well, you know, it's comfortable being back. Yeah, so things busy, right?
Oh, Misty. Misty, this is Lawrence. You heard us talking about Lawrence.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, I heard a lot about you.
And this is Abigail.
Yeah, Abigail, she's going to be working with us.
Okay, good to meet both of you.
It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you too, Hadley.
Heard a lot about you.
Thank you.
You know what, I'm going to take Abigail back and show her the prosecutor's room, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
It's a great guy.
Well, Linda, we're going to go to the regular offer.
Oh, can't you cut me a little slack on that? I mean, first time offense? Come on.
We're setting the reference case tag.
Whatever flips your chair.
Okay, you got it. Big deal.
Get out of here, Van.
Oh, we're supposed to do 30 days.
30 days.
Yeah.
Especially the...
Abigail, so let me introduce you to these people. This is the felony prosecutor's office. This is where all the deals are made. This is Phil Ware, and he is the guy who controls everything down here. And this is Isadora Bouze. She's a hard-nosed prosecutor who will just skin you if not looking. And this is a brand new lawyer, first day in Public Defender's Office, Abigail Adams.
Well, welcome to General Sessions, Abigail. Start out down here, we'll teach you how to think.
I hope so.
You'll be able to litigate in any court in the country. We'll teach you real good.
Look how smart. Can't we plead him to a regular offer or contribute to the delinquency of a minor?
Look, Lawrence, this guy's a 35-year-old child predator. She was an innocent 15-year-old schoolgirl walking home. He grabs her off the street and rapes her. That's aggravated. He's looking at life. I mean, he was a perfect stranger to her. It's not like Elvis or Jerry Lee who's chasing after young girls to marry him. This was rape. Damn it, Lawrence, you ought to know better than to ask for an offer like that.
But look, this case is a little weird. I mean, this guy, I don't think this guy could rape an apple. I mean, he's a wino, he's a wimp. He's living at home with his mother.
Yeah, living at home, sitting on their front porch, getting himself all liquored up, watching the young girls walk by. And then one day he grabs one of them and rapes her.
But he's never been arrested for anything before.
Oh, look, this is an act of violence. A record of no priors doesn't mean a damn thing. You go to jail.
So you're going to be tough on this one.
Damn right I am.
Okay, well, let's go on to Jackson. Can you do anything for Jackson?
Well, I can't give him a regular offer either. Isadora's handling that. We've got him already bound over.
And I guess you're ready to try it. Well, I guess we got 2 preliminary hearings today.
Well, straight away.
I feel good seeing you again. Obviously, you haven't lost any of that bite of yours.
Good to see you again, Lawrence.
I told you, Bill.
Welcome aboard, Abigail.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you. Nice meeting you.
Real character. How you doing over there?
Busy day.
Yeah, that's tough. Next. I'll hang it now.
Miss Inez, you may call the doctor.
Reverend Ashabaya Mason, prostitution, case number 0040.
What about the Reverend's case? Is that ready to go, Mr. Vanderburg?
Yes, Your Honor, that case is ready to bring to trial, but Reverend Mason still doesn't want to get a lawyer.
Will all the parties in the Reverend Mason case please come forward? Reverend Mason, do you have an attorney?
I don't.
Mr. Watson, the good Reverend here says he doesn't have an attorney. I think it would be prudent for him to have an attorney in this matter. I'm going to turn him over to you.
I'm going to put myself in the hands of the Lord. And he's not indigent, Your Honor. I don't know if we can represent him if he's got assets.
I will order the good Reverend to make a contribution to the PD's office, but I really think he needs representation in this case. Reverend, I'm asking the public defender to assist you in your trial, and it will be tried no matter what. Now, Reverend, you can go to jail for this.
Your Honor, before we move on, could I ask a favor of the officer?
Okay.
I'm sorry, officer, I didn't get your name.
I'm Officer Gretchen Hessman.
That's not what you were wearing when you were on vice assignment, were you?
No, sir.
Do you have those garments, those clothes here with you today?
Yes.
Can I ask you to wear that at the trial so we can get an idea of actually what went on out there?
Good idea. Good idea. That won't be a problem, will it, ma'am?
No, Your Honor.
Good. Next case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Are you guys still going to try Reverend Mason today?
Yeah, all we're looking for is a $100 fine and court costs.
Yeah, but that's a conviction. And a prostitution conviction is not going to help a minister. Maybe if he assaulted somebody or shot somebody, but yeah, not prostitution. You guys still using rookies right out of academy as decoys?
Yeah, that's still the drill.
Okay. Okay, well, we're ready to go.
Wendell Jackson. Mr. Jackson, your lawyers asked for a continuance until the 21st. Marion Carruthers, your case is being dismissed with time served. Lloyd Smith.
Set that for trial, Your Honor.
For trial, how about the 15th of next month? Bertha Thomas. Your lawyers asked for a continuance until the 23rd. Linda Wilkins. Your lawyer has asked for a continuance until the 23rd. Any more orders or announcements? Ms. Inez, you may call the doctor.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Shayna Russell, carrying a pistol, case number 0039.
Continue till the 10th.
Then my son made a statement that one day he was going to shoot his daughter.
Okay, well, yeah. Next case.
I do believe I have a case that was set by the previous public defender here, Your Honor.
Mr. Smart is charged with the aggravated rape of a minor.
How does your client plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
State, call your witness.
I call Miss Margaret Jackson. State your name and age for the court.
My name is Margaret Jackson, and I'm 15 years old.
Miss Jackson, did anything unusual happen on September 10th?
Yes.
Tell the court what happened.
I was walking home from school, and I passed by this man's house.
Let the record show that the witness pointed to the defendant. Go on.
Walking by his house, he forced me inside and made me have sex with him.
Did he use fear and force to get you inside?
Yes.
Did this occur in Shelby County?
Yes, ma'am.
That's our proof, Your Honor.
Your witness, Mr. Watson.
Now, what time was this, and where did you go to school?
It was after school, meaning after hours after my basketball practice, and I go to school at East High School.
Okay, so that's why you were so late?
Yes.
You were coming from basketball practice? Do you play any other sports?
Yes, I'm a volleyball player.
So you're an athletic young lady. Are you any good?
Yes.
What position you play on the basketball team?
I'm the center.
Yeah. And did you put a weapon on you?
No,
And you say you didn't try to grab her before she inside?
not at all.
You say you just kind of frightened you to go inside?
Yes.
Yeah, may I have a moment with my client here?
Take a kind counselor. We're doing good on time.
Yeah, can I have the defendant moving around next to the victim here, so we can kind of get an idea of what's going on?
Sir, would you move around and stand next to the witness?
Defense rest, Your Honor.
Anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor. I'm ready to close, Your Honor.
Court's going to take a 5-minute recess. Counsel, I'd like to see you for a moment.
We did pretty good in there because they could have bound you over for rape, but the prosecutor just came out and after talking about it, said that they would go on a regular offer. Now, what that means is 11 months, 29 days, 11 months, 29 days suspended, on probation for 11 months, 29 days. It'll be for contributing to the delinquency of the matter. And as a practical matter, anytime they charge you with having sex with a woman under 16, even if she looks like she's 30, you're still looking at 11 months and 29 days. So you actually did pretty good, especially since it's a written charge. Now, if you want to, we can say we don't want it, leave it to the judge, and he'll probably bound you up on rape. But if you want him a guilty plea, we can go ahead and get that out of the way today. All you got to do is stay out of trouble for next year.
Yeah, I'm ready to get this out of the way. I take probation.
Ready for your first guilty plea?
No.
Good. We do things fast down here. Right now, you got the paperwork. You've seen several guilty pleas already. All we got to do is go over there and talk to Zulu Wilson and see if he wants to plead guilty. The state's witness isn't here, but it's his choice. If he wants to plead, he can plead. If he doesn't, then we ask for it to be dismissed.
You mean I might be able to go home today?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
You know that if you do choose to enter a plea, we'll have to fill out some documents and...
Yes, I know.
Okay, let's go ahead and do that then. State your full name for me, please.
Zulu Wilson.
Okay, you do know that you have a right to a trial by jury, to
Yes.
call witnesses, to
Yes.
have a lawyer. You do
Yes,
realize-
yes.
Okay, and you're willing to waive those rights and enter a plea?
Yes, if I enter a plea, I might be able to go home today. They're going to pick me up off the street.
If you have a guilty
Yes.
plea, that ends the case. But if you want a trial, then they will dismiss it and help you get off the street. But again, the choice is all yours.
Oh, well, I just like to go ahead and get it over with.
Okay, so you're choosing to enter a plea today?
Yes.
Now it's a signed document, and I think we'll be in good shape.
Okay.
Sign right here, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Just have to read on your case just a second.
All right.
Okay, what do I do now?
Okay, just take the guilty plea up to the prosecutor. Go ahead and signature. He'll call the case and announce it. All you have to do is agree with whatever he says.
Okay, right.
Hi, I'm Irving Peppers.
Hi, I'm Abigail Adams.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I think I just need your signature here. And thank you.
In a case involving defendant Zulu Wilson, originally set for preliminary hearing, Your Honor, that matter has been settled. The defendant will plead guilty to a reduced charge of criminal trespass. The defendant will serve 90 days with 28 days of jail credits.
I find the plea to be voluntary and accept it.
The judge, on the night of 28th of last month, officers got a burglary call to the Lotta Burger stand on Thomas. When they arrived, they observed the defendant inside, buck naked, eating a hamburger. Apparently, the defendant broke in, fired up the grill, cooked and dressed a hamburger, and was eating when the officers arrived. They ordered him to come out, and when he didn't, they sent in a police dog. The defendant was fighting the dog when the officers went in to make the arrest.
Buck naked, fighting a police dog over a hamburger during a break-in. I gotta hear this one. What did you call yourself doing?
Well, sir.
In the court, there will be no laughing or talking. Go ahead, Mr. Wilson.
Well, sir, I had gone to a female impersonation club with a couple of my friends. They bragged about my Madonna impersonation. And we were drinking and they kept saying that the other imitators were bull and they wanted me to do Madonna, but I wouldn't do it. And they couldn't make me do it. I didn't know that they was mad till we was going home, and all of a sudden they stopped the car and took my clothes and threw me out. It was 4 of them and I was dead drunk. So I started walking home and I got hungry. And when I came up on Lauterburg, I went to go in the door and the door was stuck. So I banged on it until it opened. And then I didn't see anybody, so I went in and fixed myself a hamburger. I used to work at Burger King. I knew exactly what to do. And then this dog broke in and tried to take my sandwich, and I wasn't about to give up my burger without a fight.
That dog wasn't there for the hamburger. That police dog was there to get you. Never mind. Miss Abigail, do you stipulate that there's a factual basis for this guilty plea?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
I sentence you to 90 days with credit for 28 days already served. Next case.
Hi, Miss Kramer. You're charged with DUI. Had you been drinking that night?
I had a couple of drinks.
How many did you have?
13 beers.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I need to speak with my client. I thought you said you had 1 beer.
I can't lie under oath.
I can't lie under oath. All right, continue. Continue your story.
What can I do for you, darling?
Well, what can you do for me on Herman Montgomery?
Oh, that's a bad one. Axe murder? Yeah. I'm afraid I can't do anything.
You do anything?
Really. Got him bound over.
Okay. No more negotiating, huh? Okay.
Not today.
All right.
Bring me an easy one.
Okay. See you later.
Mm-hmm. Not today.
Next case, Reverend Mason.
Judge, I haven't seen the officer on court, so I'm not sure if we're ready. Captain Adams is here on the drug sting operation, and he was in charge of the prostitute sting, so I just don't know.
Captain Adams, would you come up here, please? Approach the bench. Have you seen Officer Heston this morning?
No, I looked all over for her, Judge. It's not like her. She's a good officer. I couldn't find her anywhere.
Well, I'll call out and see what happens. Officer Heston, could you approach the bench, please?
Hessman?
Well, Judge, I guess we're ready to go.
Good enough. Let's get everyone in place. Mr. Vandenberg, you can begin.
I call Officer Hessman. For the record, state your name and employment.
My name is Officer Gretchen Hessman, and I work for the Memphis Police Department in Uniform Patrol East Precinct.
Are you familiar with the case of Abijah Mason?
Yes.
Tell the court how.
Upon graduating from the police academy, I was temporarily assigned to work vice detail. There had been a rise in reports of prostitution activity in the Brooks Road area. I was assigned to work that area.
Work this area. What does that mean?
Basically, I would walk up and down Brooks and see if anyone would stop and proposition me.
Did anyone stop and proposition you?
Yes. On the 14th of last month, a man later identified as Abijah Mason stopped and asked me what it would take to be with someone like me. And I said, "What do you have?" He said, "All I got is $78. At which time I placed him under arrest for assignation.
Was this in Shelby County?
Yes, sir.
I passed the witness.
Could you demonstrate for us? I mean, just maybe walk down the aisle a bit and come on back.
What are you doing?
Seeing if I have enough money to be tempted to stop.
Court takes a short recess. I'd like to talk to counsel for a moment. And Captain Adams, could you step back there also? What's a woman like that doing on the street? Hell, I could have been driving down Brooks.
And Your Honor, all the Reverend asked was, what does it take to be with a woman like you? She could have as easily said marriage. I think this woman constitutes a classic case of entrapment.
Hank, you can argue entrapment in every case. You know, it's only when the police raise the stakes so high that somebody does something they wouldn't normally do.
What if Brooke Shields' twin sister was all fresh walking in a high whore area? Wouldn't you take the chance?
Hey, I'm not on trial here.
What about you, Lawrence?
I want my lawyer.
I swear I never saw her like this before. I thought she was a plain Jane. I don't put brick house women on the street. I'd hook every Joe without a date as he drove past. I want an ordinary looking lady that might be walking home from church out there. Well, if I thought she looked that good, I'd have never put her out on the street. Ordinarily, we'd arrest a dozen or so at a normal speed. She got 43 in a week.
Wow, that's like fishing with a net.
Is this her first try?
Yes.
You need to get with the state and get this worked out before trial, or at least the ones that come into my court. Let's get back in. Court's back in session. Is there anything else? First, let me say to Officer Heston, you did a fine job, and this ruling has nothing to do with your professionalism. But I find the defendant not guilty by reason of entrapment.
Thank you, Jesus.
And I'm ordering you to contribute $700 to the public defender's office. Next case.
I never thought there would be this many lawyers in court at one time. They don't teach us this in law school.
Well, General Sessions is kind of like a hospital emergency room. It takes a lot of people to keep things going.
It looks like it. Are all these lawyers waiting to see the judge, or?
I mean, we do about 200 cases a day.
200 cases a day?
Got to keep things going or the whole system just falls apart.
Welcome to General Sessions.
If there's no more orders to bring before the court, we will now start the preliminary hearing for the Kirkland murder case. Would the lawyers step forward, please? Would the defendants approach the bench?
I need some lawyers to handle an emergency commitment at MMA time. Okay, I guess this trial's going this year's going to go for quite a while, so I guess we can get down there and let Misty handle it. Okay, yeah, we'll get down there.
So that would seem.
I think so.
Okay.
Well, they'll give enough time to serve. You can get out today. Craig wants us to go down to MMHI and handle some hearings down there.
MMHI.
We got a court down there.
We do?
Yeah.
See you later.
Hi.
So what exactly are we doing?
Well, ever since the Supreme Court said that anybody who can be made chemically competent has to be released. Anytime the police gets done young, anytime the relevant turns somebody in, they have to have a hearing with the lawyer to determine if they can be held for commitment.
Well, but can't the doctors make that determination?
The courts took that power away a long time ago. The new rule is that only the courts care about people, so they get to make decisions about everything. Let me go look at our files, see what's labeled public defender. Okay, in most of these cases, our job's going to be simple. All we have to do is follow the testimony of the doctor. If we know the judge is going to follow it anyway. But never let the patient's immediate lucidity fool you. And if you talk to them, they'll appear as normal as anybody. But if you talk to them long enough, their rationality will start to break down, and you can tell that they've got some real problems.
That sounds like some of my friends.
It sounds like some, a lot of mine too. It's scary, isn't it?
You know what else is scary?
What's that?
These files. I mean, look at this. I can't believe how many times some of these people have been committed. It's just dozens of times. It's unreal.
Well, when I was in practice, I had cases, sometimes with been emergency commitments going back several decades.
But why? I mean, they know they're sane when they leave, so why do they stop taking their medicine?
Well, for some of them on their best day, they'll still be wiped out. But others could be made normal, just as normal as anybody. But you have to remember, people probably spend more money on illegal drugs than on drugs and medication. So these people don't have to spend money on drugs. All they have to do is stop taking the pill, and they can climb to the cloud man and escape reality.
Well, I guess when you put it that way, it does make sense.
I'm going to go find out what kind of doctor you've got today.
Okay.
Good evening.
Hi, I'm Margaret Anderson. I'm prosecuting things today.
Oh, Lawrence Watson. And I wanted to find out and see what the doctor's like today.
Oh, none like today, nothing but garden body commitments, nothing too unusual.
Oh, and who's the judge today?
I believe the judge today is Judge Walker. I saw her back there, so we should be ready to go in a few minutes.
Okay, great.
Okay, hi. What's your recommendation on Jacob Wilson?
We'll look for the doctor's recommendation in a minute.
Hey, Murder.
How you doing?
Good. Hey, I understand you are being charged.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all of our cases today are routine.
What do you mean by routine?
Routine means they've all got a long history of emergency commitments, a history of treatment, going on medication, or getting out and immediately stop taking medication.
All rise, let's go at time session. Judge Walker will be presiding. There'll be no talking during court. You may be seated.
Proper doctor. Procedure Whitlow, 0093, emergency commitment. The state recommends that Procedure Whitlow be committed. Ricky Smith, 0095. State recommends that she be released.
The public defender's office has the first case.
Your Honor, we haven't had a chance to confer with our clients yet. We'd like a moment to go back and talk to them before we proceed.
That's fine.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Next case, Jacob Wilson is filed, and the state recommends that he be committed.
Your Honor, my name is Michael Harris, and the family sent me just to find out about this case.
Yes, Dr. Ferris has a presentation.
So, how much longer you got around this place?
3 more years and I'm at it.
Yeah, I just started my new job today, so I'm going to be here another 30 years.
This one here, she's okay, but she's kind of delusional.
Okay. And how about this guy here?
Franklin? Now that's another case. That one is extreme and dangerous.
How you doing? My name is Mark Watson, and I'm the public defender's office. Working, going to school, anything like that? I'm going to let Miss Adams handle the case. She'll be in here in a few minutes, and she'll talk to you and get an idea of why your parents have asked them to bring you down here. Hello, I'm Mark Watson. The court appointed me to come around and talk to you. I got an idea what the problem is.
It's good to see someone else, somebody made it.
Okay, well, we knew somebody made it.
Well, you've managed to survive. You managed to get away from them.
Okay, from them right there, are they taking over, or where are they at?
Well, they're everywhere. They're in the forest, and they're in the government, and they're at the 7-Eleven.
So you made it?
Yeah, well, I made it, and you made it. I'm glad you showed up because I know what to do anymore. Are we gonna escape? Are we gonna fly away, or are we gonna fight back? Or no?
I think the judge might be able to help us. Yeah, the judges usually escape this sort of thing. Now, when did this alien invasion occur?
Aliens has nothing to do with aliens. You can be aliens, it'll be fine. I'm talking about those Negroes out there. Here's your client, Mr. Whitlow. Good luck.
Mrs. Whitlow, I'm here to talk to you.
It's been a long day so far, huh?
Yeah.
All right, report back in session.
I think you're going to be next.
I believe this is your case, Mrs. Allen.
Yes, Your Honor. I have talked to Ms. Whitlow, and she appears to be totally lucid and in control of her faculties, and I believe she's ready to go home this afternoon. I believe the bailiff's gone around to get her now.
Her mental condition does appear to be mild. However, we should probably hear from the doctors. Dr. Fairs, have you examined, interviewed, or treated this patient? And if so, what are your findings and recommendations?
Yes, I have. This patient is completely delusional. Some of her delusion give the sense that she is normal, but that is soon replaced by something more bizarre.
Franklin's on the way, but it's going to be a while on that Whitlow person. She smeared herself in her own feces.
I think I'll hold off for another week. Last case, Freeman Ragland. Didn't we send someone after him too?
Your Honor, Mr. Ragland is giving the orderlies and attendants just a very hard time up there. He claims that there is nobody human left on the earth but him and me.
Has he taken a good look at you, Mr. Watson? Dr. Fayers, are you here on this case as well?
Yes, I am. This patient is extremely delusional and suffers from paranoia. He should be committed, at least temporarily, because he is a danger to himself and others.
Sir, I believe you're here for Mr. Ragland. Do you have anything that you would like to say?
Yes, Your Honor. He's my nephew, and he's had mental problems all of his life.
It sure sounds like it so far.
That murder preliminary hearing's still going on, so I guess we got a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Hey, hey, I'll take you to get some coffee.
Yeah, that sounds great.
We talk lady lawyer talk. The kind men aren't supposed to know about.
So you think there's any men lawyer talk women aren't supposed to know about?
If there is, I don't know about it.
Is that an engagement ring on your finger?
Sort of. I guess I just have a paper.
Okay. I went back and talked to the prosecutor, and they've agreed that they're going to go ahead and put you on probation for all 3 cases. So I'm going to go ahead and continue it because we got some paperwork. They got 3 different sets of paperwork to do. But what they're going to do is 2 of the cases are going to be 129. That you'll be sentenced to, but it's going to be all suspended. You'll be on probation for 29 days for each one of the cases. Then they're gonna have two of the cases, and I would put it back to back, so it means it's 2 years. So
Okay.
you cannot get married for 2 years unless you get a divorce, because a bigamy is still illegal.
Divorce is so overrated, though.
But these guys, you get pretty good money. Why do you get divorced? You can afford that.
Divorces are expensive, and they didn't have any money when I was through with them.
But all three of these men are supposed to have had pretty good assets. In fact, I think Adam's daughter is the one that filed charges because she said, yeah, you cleaned out her inheritance.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, let's see. Herman had $800,000 that you had. What did you do with that?
That I invested in a .com company, and of course, well, you know the end of that story.
Okay, well, Jackie was good for $500,000.
$500,000, yeah. Well, one of the things we went to Monte Carlo, went on a gambling trip, and the slot machines, the smallest slot machine is $5.
And you spent the whole $500,000 over there.
Yeah.
How about Adam? About $600,000.
$600,000? Well, there was this, I saw the ballet, and there was this Russian ballet dancer that came in, and, well, I just invested in him.
Well, I tell you what.
He's really good. He's got a great body. You should see him.
From now on, if you want to get married, make sure you get divorced first. And you probably need to make sure that you go and get divorced from all these three guys, because yeah, you could do jail time for this.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, Lawrence, how you doing?
Hey, Monica, how you doing?
Doing good. I finally made the 10.
Great.
What are you doing down here?
Well, I'm going to be working back in the public defender's office.
Okay.
So I get to see you a little bit more now.
I'll be around here.
Okay, good seeing you. Bye.
Lawrence, Mr. Watson, he cut her up. He's crazy.
Okay, slow down. Tell me what you're trying to tell me.
He chopped her up. He completely just chopped her up.
You've got a case now where he chopped up his...
No. He's being held for aggravated assault, but that's...
Okay, there's nothing drastic about that.
Well, no, but he killed his last wife. He chopped her up. Do you know what his explanation was for doing that? He said he was having a bad day. A bad day. Now, they gave him 20 years and he gets out in 10.
Bad jury, but still, they could have let him out even quicker.
Bad jury, though.
Yeah, bad jury. It's,
it's amazing how a guy like that can always get a girlfriend. And a nice guy like you, always hard up.
Hard up.
Look, can I tell you that this guy's a menace to society? They're talking to him.
Are you trying to tell me something?
What am I going to do?
What are you going to do? You're going to go in there and you're going to represent the case you have. You're not handling it for his parole violation. You're not handling it for his murder. Now, all you guys aggravated assault, that's the only case you want to deal with, okay?
Okay.
So just go in there and deal with that and you'll be in good shape.
Okay.
Officer Jenkins, what did you see the defendant do?
I saw him breaking out car windows with an AK-47.
Prosecution rests, Your Honor.
Did you tell him to stop?
Yes, I did.
And what did you do when he did not drop the weapon?
I shot him.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
I find the defendant guilty of malicious mischief. I sentence you to 30 days with credit for time served in the hospital. You're free to go. Herman Montgomery case, set for preliminary hearing and bond hearing.
Abigail wants to help him. I convinced her this morning that it's for the children.
What children?
The ones he widowed when he chopped up their mother 2 years ago. Plus the new crop he's fathered since he's been out. I told her to go ahead. This case is such a loser. Wouldn't hurt her ego any to lose.
That's not a bad idea. That's, there's no way she could blame herself for this one.
Are you still wanting a hearing?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Well, we'll give you a hearing. It should start momentarily, so if you'll just have a seat. We'll be with you in a moment.
Is counsel ready for the Hummer Montgomery case?
Okay, just go over there, do the best job you can, and don't worry about it, okay? You'll be okay.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Your Honor, the defendant is charged with aggravated assault and attempted murder. I'm calling as my witness Ms. Millie Jones. State your name for the court and tell them how you came to know or get involved with the defendant.
My name is Millie Jones, and me and the defendant have been shacking together for about 8 months.
Are you living with him now?
No, he locked up.
Ma'am, did he do anything to you?
Yeah, he beat me up. He beat me up real bad.
Why did he do that?
He had been complaining ever since we left the casino about how I didn't never support him and how I can't do nothing right. And then he said I was putting too much salt in the collard greens I was getting started. Said I was a lousy cook. I ain't no lousy cook. He just wanted to fight me. And so I just started to go ahead and turn around and walk out the kitchen.
Then what happened?
He started falling up behind me, hollered at me like I had done something wrong.
Now, tell us everything else that happened after that.
I said if it's going to be like that, then I might as well just move on out. And then he said, you ain't going nowhere, bitch. And I said, I go anywhere I damn well please. And then that's when he started fighting me like he was a grown old crazy man.
Then what happened?
I told him he was crazy. And then that's when he said it won't matter if he cut up another bitch. And so I tried to run out the apartment and go call the police. But before I could do that, he cut me across my back.
Miss Jones, I'm going to show you a picture. See if you can identify it.
Yeah, that's me. I was beat up and cut up real bad.
Can I see that, please?
Did all of this happen in the county?
Yeah.
I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Miss Jones, isn't it true that all of this started because you were upset with the defendant for staying out till about 3 a.m. the night before and that you started slapping him around?
No, I ain't gonna slap that big old man.
But did you start a fight with him over coming in late?
No, I didn't start no fight. I knew I was tired of coming in at 3, 4, and 5 o'clock in the morning. But he said, ain't no bitch gonna tell him when to come in.
Isn't it true that you attacked Mr. Montgomery and that you threw a pot of hot collard greens on him?
Now, I ain't gonna throw no good hot collard greens on nobody. I mean, I threw the collard greens on him, but that was because he had picked up that butcher knife. And I had to stop him, so in order to keep him from cutting me up like his last wife, I had to keep him hopping with them hot collard greens.
But you don't know for a fact that he was going to chop you up, do you, Miss Jones?
Yeah, because he said I'm gonna chop your ass up like them other 3 bitches before you.
Your Honor, I move to strike that last statement. The defendant has only been charged for that one time.
I will strike that last remark, but you know, counselor, they say for every real criminal, for every crime you catch them for, there's at least 10 that the law doesn't know about.
Just a minute, Your Honor. Your Honor, that's our case.
I find that there's enough evidence to hold the defendant to the state on charges of aggravated assault and attempted murder. I'm raising the bond to $250,000. This man is a danger to any woman he comes in contact with. I have no idea why women keep taking him into their house. Call the next case.
Hakim Bey, benim hiçbir suçum yoktu. Ben gidiyordum, araba çıktı. Birden karşıda ışıklar vardı. Ne yapacağımı şaşırdım. Benim hiçbir suçum yok. Onun için...
Excuse me. Mr. Watson, would you approach the bench, please? No, around here, please.
What is she saying?
All right, it sounds like it's either Armenian or Turkish. Beats me. That's close I can.
Call the translators, please, one for each language, and reset this case for tomorrow, please.
Ne yapmam gerektiğini bilmiyorum.
Today is calendar. Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. You're tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow? Good. Okay. Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Teşekkür ederim.
Let's make that today.
Tell us how you got arrested for solicitation.
I was on my way to work. My car broke down. I called the wrecker, and they were taking too long, so I decided to get out and walk back to the house. I was only a couple of blocks away from the house.
And do you have any evidence that your car broke down?
Yes, I have a receipt from the wrecker showing the time that I called and the time that they finally arrived. Plus, I have my driver's license showing that I was only 2 blocks away from where a car broke down.
It's pretty evident to me then that you were trying to get home. I don't think anybody out soliciting would call a wrecker. Case dismissed.
I don't know why they ever charge me this. Thank you, though.
Mr. Watson, your case is ready for hearing.
This is the preliminary hearing for Janika Stevens on a charge of aggravated assault.
Are all the witnesses here?
Yes, Your Honor.
You raise your right hand.
I call Officer Murchison. Would you state your name and occupation?
My name is Henry Murchison. I'm a sergeant with the Memphis Police Department, assigned to the Violent Crimes Bureau.
As a part of your job, did you investigate a case involving a William Stevens? Tell the court what you found.
On April the 4th, I answered a shooting call to the Stevens home. When I arrived, I met the uniformed officers on the scene. They led me to Mr. Stevens, who was lying face down and found dead, bleeding profusely from multiple gunshot wounds to his back and buttocks. He appeared to have taken at least 2 rounds from a small gauge shotgun, and it looked pretty bad. Had been a larger gauge shotgun, he'd be dead.
Objection, Your Honor. I think he's speculating.
The officer has seen enough murders to postulate an opinion. Objection overruled.
My investigation and conversation with crime scene officers indicated that at least 3 additional shots have been taken by the defendant. But a weapon jammed first. That gave the victim time enough to hide behind his car.
Were you able to determine a motive?
Yes, the defendant made a statement. She stated that the victim had called her from his cell phone and told her that he would be working late. After he hung up, he accidentally hit the call button on his cell phone and recalled his wife. She said that she became enraged when she answered the phone and she heard him having sex with some woman identified as Ooh Baby for 4.5 hours.
Is that possible? Any motions from the state?
No, Your Honor. I pass the witness.
No question for this witness, Your Honor.
State, call your next witness.
The state calls the husband, Mr. Stevens. Now, Mr. Stevens, tell the court what happened that night.
She was waiting with my squirrel gun. As soon as I saw it, I began to run, but it was too late. She opened fire. She got me with the first blast, the second blast, and then the gun jammed. When she got chambered, I hid behind my car. Then she shot the car up. She said that she likes it. If it went longer than a few minutes, she got bored. So to please her, I always just went a couple of minutes.
Do you want your wife to go to jail, be bound over, and sent to prison for as long as 15 years?
No, I don't want my wife to go to jail. As a matter of fact, I'll pay her bond, and I'll never see the other woman again. I'll even go to counseling to learn to like it, even if it is less than 3 minutes.
After all of that, I just cannot believe he will go to counseling for me.
I'm not believing this. How much jail time does he have?
39 days, Your Honor.
I love you.
I love you too, baby.
Would you still love me if we were married and I shot your tail off your cheek?
No.
829 suspended, and the remainder of the sentence.
The state can report a guilty plea on the charge of assault and battery and carrying a deadly weapon. The other charges will be null pros. She'll serve 11 months, 29 days in jail, of which 8 months and 29 days of those will be suspended with jail credit for 39, which means that she'll probably be getting out tomorrow. She'll be on probation for 11 and 29 and a $500 fine.
You know, you're really lucky. When you shoot somebody, those cases are almost always taken upstairs to criminal court, where they put you in jail for at least 5 years. But the victim is crying on your behalf, and the facts are so screwy, who knows what would happen at trial. Now, you're going to be on probation for the next year. And if you so much as swat a fly in public, you're going to do every day of the rest of your sentence. Do you understand? You are pleading guilty freely and voluntarily and waiving all your constitutional rights. Next case.
That's disgusting. You need to stick with a hot babe.
No. Let's see. You take her back and change your sacrifice from love.
Right. That's disgusting.
A butt full of bullets, I doubt he'll be seeing anybody for a real long time.
A case of Leo Music, Your Honor, theft, auto theft, and fraudulent use of credit card.
Witnesses have been sworn. Call your first witness.
Your Honor, I call Sean Fortney. Mr. Fortney, do you know the defendant, Leo Music?
I do. We used to be friends, but she stole from me.
What did she steal?
Well, she stole my car. She stole a television, some entertainment equipment, and she also stole a credit card.
Did you give her permission of any sort to use, take, or claim those items?
Absolutely not.
I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Isn't it true that, Mr. Fortney, that the defendant used this card for at least a year as an authorized user?
Not anymore. I canceled her authorization last month.
Okay, and she wasn't really a burglar. She was actually living with you in the apartment.
Well, she used to come over to my place.
As far as the car is concerned, you use your name, but she actually paid all the bills. Is that not correct? In fact, did you know it's bank fraud? Making a loan in one person's name with them having to pay the bill?
Objection, Your Honor. The counsel is trying to scare the witness.
I think the counsel can advise the witness that a straw man purchase like that is illegal.
Okay, so she was driving the car with your permission and paying the bills.
That's right.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
That's the state's case, Your Honor.
Arguments?
We submit it on the record.
Defense?
Your Honor, I didn't hear one crime even remotely referred to in the witness's testimony. All I heard was a guy who's mad at his girlfriend and wants to get his stuff back and send her to jail for leaving. This is the kind of case that would belong in a divorce court, except the parties aren't even married. Your Honor, I'm going to ask that this case be dismissed.
I tend to agree with the defense in this case. I heard a civil complaint made here, but certainly not a criminal case. It doesn't require much evidence at all to send a case to the grand jury, but I didn't even hear that much presented here today. Gifts and favors don't become crimes just because the thrill is gone. Case dismissed.
Your Honor, I would like to report on 2 clients, Cindy Williams and Kanika Jackson. I'd like to request a continuance on Cindy Williams until the 23rd. Yes, Your Honor. And on Miss Kanika Jackson, I'd like to set the trial.
Your Honor, I'd like to get a search warrant on Fred Terry.
Raise your right hand. You swear all the information in this application is true to the best of your knowledge?
I do. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Man, Louis, man, I need to phone, man. Yeah, man, I can't go on over there, man. I need to know what's going on, dude. Hello? Man, I have this phone missing, man. Hey, What's up, dude?
Hey, how you doing?
Come on down.
All right.
Everything looks good?
Everything looking all right. You have anything to worry about, man.
All good?
Got everything covered. All I need you to do is just go inside the court and relax. I got everything covered, man.
All right, what's up, man? Hey, man, I'll get you back, all right?
Hey, say, man, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, man? I see you here with the big fish. Come down and deal with us little small fish on this side of the road.
No, man. These are real fish.
Oh, yeah?
But how's things going down here?
The same old thing, guy. Same old thing. Nothing changes. Both of us on the left side of the aisle on the right side.
Well, how are you?
Well, I couldn't start back in the public defender's office without coming in and saying hello to you.
You mean you back down here slumming again?
It looks like we're gonna have a trial on this in a few minutes.
Fine, why don't you tell me what happened?
I really don't know. I'm really not sure why I'm here.
You don't know why you're here?
No. I didn't do anything. I really don't know why I'm here. I really don't know. I don't know.
All right, well, let me take a look at the arrest ticket. Well, according to this, you kicked the waiter and you hit him in the head with a serving tray. So they've got you for assault and battery and defrauding an innkeeper and disturbing the peace. You remember that?
That sounds a lot worse than it actually was. I guess I remember a little bit of that.
All right, well, it looks like we got a trial in a few minutes then.
Good, because I didn't really do anything. I mean, I was trying to go out to my car to get my wallet when the waiter stopped me.
Okay.
I might have accidentally kicked him in the shin, but I still think that he hit himself with the serving platter.
So are you pleading not guilty?
Yes. I didn't do anything. I mean, I still say that he hit himself with the serving platter. I might have kicked him in the shins, maybe. But I was just going out to my car. My money was in the car, and he just followed me down the steps.
So you kicked him in the shin?
Well, no, it was more like a love tap.
A love tap on the shin. So this is your story?
Mm-hmm.
Have you discussed this with your client?
Yes, we have, Your Honor.
So that's your story?
Yes, Your Honor.
I find you guilty of all charges and sentence you to 30 days.
30 days? Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. She should have got 1129.
Case 8939,
Plead guilty?
8815,
Dismissed?
8740,
Set for trial?
and 8612.
Plead guilty.
All of the day.
Hey, Lawrence, how you doing? Nice to see you again.
Do I know you ladies?
Yeah, like you don't even recognize us over again.
Oh, well, I wish you could wear a uniform like that every day. Why you guys dressed up so?
Oh, we're headed to the Sergeant Smith retirement party.
Okay, well, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ask the sergeant you dress like that in court, okay?
You joke. All right, see you later.
Good to see you.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, bye. Okay, how did you like your first day in General Sessions?
it always gonna be like this?
They might have been on like day.
I don't know. No, they don't teach this stuff in law school.
You did good. You did 16 cases today. That's unusual for the first time. I remember that from my days.
16 cases.
Yeah.
That's a good day.
That's a good day. You know, in law school, you probably thought you'd be one case.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to the real world, you know, practicing law. Let's see, you going back in the office?
No, I'm out of here. Try to get some rest. Come back and do it all again tomorrow.
Okay, well, I'll see you here first thing tomorrow morning.
All right, well, have a good evening. I appreciate everything today.
Yeah.
Hey, Nanny. I see you survived your first day.
Barely.
That was a good day. I saw a lot of different types of people. Different places. Before you say anything else, call your dad. And I'm gonna get you.
Hello.
Hey, Dad.
Hi there, cutie. How you doing?
Good.
So you survived your first day, huh?
Yeah, I survived my first day. Not too bad. Nobody mugged me. Nobody attacked me.
Are you happy you took that job?
Yeah. Yeah, I actually felt like I helped some people today. So how are you doing? How's the golf game?
Yeah, it's sort of like my age. It gets bigger every day. Well, if you ever get bored, we've got a job here for you.
I don't think I'm going to get tired of being here.
Jack said to tell you hello.
How's Mom?
Out spending my money and your inheritance.
Sounds good. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll call you back tomorrow about the same time and give you another report.
Okay, love you, child.
I love you too.
How you doing, Mom? This is the time they usually get off downtown.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. It's not like the old job where they keep us to 7, 8, 9. It's, yeah, in fact, I can get used to this. How you been doing today?
I've been doing fine. I've been working hard.
Yeah, well, I am going to try to work hard, but not crazy hard like I've been doing in the past.
Why do people work their jobs like that when they work them like dogs? I don't understand that.
Well, money, prestige, or sometimes because you can't find anything better.
Now, why do you work like that, Tom?
Well, I don't do that anymore. Went down to the police defender's office today. They worked us like crazy until about, we went late today, about 3:30. We were through. Yeah, I mean, if I was down in the private office, I'd work crazy at 3:30, and then I'd go back to my office and work another 5 hours to get ready for the next day. But they say, when we're through, you're through.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good, Tom.
How do you hear back there? How the kids been doing?
Well, they've been doing okay.
Yeah, it's
a little loud, but okay.
Whoa. What's going on around here?
She's trying to put a worm on me.
Why you put a worm down about?
She messed up my plate.
How you mess up your plate?
She called my girlfriend another girl's name. You can get a guy killed like that. You still got that worm? I'll help you put it down her back. No. Why do you want to do that?
He dumped that girl, and that girl was my friend.
If you don't mess up his plate, he won't put any worms down your back, okay? You gotta get ready. We're gonna be going in a minute, okay? You're gonna go pick up your brother and go get something to dinner.
Incident, how's that brother doing out in Memphis State?
Hey, he's doing pretty good. I mean, he's in fact, he's doing a lot better than everybody anticipated. He's actually learning to read up there.
That's good.
I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys out of here and go pick up your brother. We're heading for dinner.
Okay, son. You take care of yourself now.
Okay, thanks, Mom. Yeah, you just stay up. I'm gonna get them before they find some more worms.
All right.
Hey, guys, come on, let's roll. Hey, Harry, where are you, son? I'm downstairs. Okay. Yeah, what are you doing? I'm studying. I have a biology exam tomorrow. How'd your first day at work go? Yeah, let's see. It was hectic, it was busy, and worked me like a dog, but it was a good day because it ended early. Are you learning anything? Think you're gonna do good on the test? I don't know, I can only hope so. I'll tell you what, I feel like celebrating anyway. Got anything special you want to do this evening? I don't know, I'd like to go out somewhere though. I like going out for dinner. What do you have a taste for? I don't know, something like barbecue, I guess. Then go get your round of your brother and sister, and let's celebrate my first day at work. We'll find a good barbecue place.
Come in. You're going to bed so early. Yeah. Must be tired. I am tired. It was a long day today. Tell me what happened today. Today was a long day. I get there early. The doors are locked. Can't get in. I finally get in. And it's one thing after another. Cases all day. Non-stop. 16 cases.
Trees of gold, limousine, money left to burn. And I don't need nothing, baby, but your loving in return.
And I see Shalabi, where she's going. Oh, y'all like to drink? Babe.
Yeah.
How come you don't bring your girlfriends over, like the rest of the divorced parents?
Well, I want to make sure I find somebody who's going to hang around. I don't want y'all get used to a different person every week or every month, and then they run away. First time I bring somebody home, they all stay there. Just need to solve my juice. I don't know if I want to use some of your juice to pick up the ladies. I don't know what kind of ladies I'm going to be picking up. Hey, leave that alone. I mean, be thankful that he doesn't bring home a bunch of women that we'll never see again. What's that up in there? Still up? Yeah, just thinking about some things. What are you doing up? Okay, get back to bed, son. You got school early tomorrow.